Hello, ever wonder how 600 million turkeys, yep, nearly as many people as in North America, hit your plate every year? Or that Americans gobble up 45 million of them just during Thanksgiving? That's a turkey takeover. In the US, the turkey capital of the world, this bird isn't just a holiday star, it's a lean, mean protein machine, packing more punch than chicken and less fat than beef. But here's the wild part, modern turkeys can't even flirt naturally. Their oversized breasts make mating impossible, so farmers use high-tech matchmaking to keep the flock growing. Ready to dive into the crazy world of turkey farming? What's the weirdest thing you've heard about your holiday roast? Meet Sarah, a third-generation turkey farmer in Minnesota who says every chick she raises is a step toward feeding families. Let's follow her flock from farm to feast. How does one bird become a holiday legend? What does it take to raise millions of turkeys for a hungry nation? It all starts on sprawling farms where thousands of eggs roll onto conveyor belts, collected daily to stay crack-free. In high-tech hatcheries, these eggs chill in incubators at a cozy 37 to 38 DGC, with trays gently spinning to cradle tiny embryos. After 28 days, you hear soft peeps as chicks burst from their shells like little superheroes breaking free. Mind blown yet? But not every chick gets the VIP treatment. Workers sort them by gender, with females stealing the spotlight for meat and eggs. Smaller males? They're turned into protein paste, a tough but real part of the industry. The chosen ladies zip to vaccination stations where machines zap them with shots faster than you can say avian flu. In just a week, these chicks bulk up by 400 grams, growing faster than a bodybuilder on protein shakes 1.8 times quicker than chickens. By 2 months, Sarah's turkeys strut their stuff, white feathers, bare necks, and eyes sparkling like tiny gems. But as they hit 24 to 44 pounds, the barns get packed. Harvest time kicks in at night when the birds are sleepy, keeping stress low. Workers load them into ventilated crates and trucks zoom to processing plants. Which part of this shocks you most? Drop it in the comments. What happens when these turkeys hit the factory floor? Can one bird feed millions? Let's see the magic of the processing line. At the plant, it's a tech wonderland. Turkeys glide under soothing blue lights, calming their nerves. After being humanely stunned, they dip into hot water to loosen feathers, then spin through rubber rollers that pluck them clean without a scratch. Watch this. Machines slice off legs and wings in a blink, while sensors guide curved blades to carve thighs at their sweet spot. It's like surgery, but for your Thanksgiving dinner. The star of the show? That thick, juicy breast meat sliced with ninja precision. Livers and hearts head to specialty lines, while high-speed cameras scanning 9,000 birds an hour kick out any with bruises. Vacuum-sealed packs, stamped with QR codes tracing Sarah's farm to your table, roll into cold storage. This is where tradition meets tech, delivering safe, delicious turkey to millions. But it's not all rosy. With the US pumping out 46.6% of the world's turkeys, questions linger. Is artificial insemination ethical? What about those male chicks? Sarah wrestles with these too, balancing her family's legacy with modern demands. As you carve your next holiday bird, what's your take on this journey? Hit that like button if this blew your mind, and share your favorite Thanksgiving recipe below. Join Agriculture Insight next time as we uncover more stories behind your food. From farm to fork, it's a wild ride.
KFC Kentucky Fried Chicken is a famous fast food chain in the United States, boasting more than 4,000 restaurants nationwide and is an iconic main dish of American cuisine. Globally, KFC operates more than 25,000 restaurants in 145 countries, reflecting the company's widespread popularity and continued expansion. The company has seen steady revenue growth, reaching $29.7 billion in 2022, marking a 7% year-over-year increase. According to the USDA, fried chicken consumption in the United States remains stable, averaging 25 to 27 pounds per person year. KFC's crispy fried chicken, seasoned with a secret blend of 11 herbs and spices, remains a favorite choice for family gatherings and events, underscoring consumer preference for exceptional taste and quality. Furthermore, KFC continuously improves its operations to meet changing market demands, focusing on quality, food safety, and environmental sustainability. Advances in technology have modernized their production process, ensuring each piece of KFC chicken retains its delicious flavor and consistent crispiness, appealing to consumers seeking both flavor and safety whole food. To better understand the process of preparing these delicious chicken parts, we invite you to watch the next part of the video. U.S. food plants adhere to strict standards in poultry farming and processing to ensure clean chicken meets rigorous quality and sanitation criteria. Equipped with semi-automatic stainless steel machines and backed by a 300 kV generator for uninterrupted operation, the facility follows a controlled process. Upon arrival, chickens rest to reduce stress, while operators in protective gear prepare for precise processing. Chickens undergo humane stunning via electric stunners, followed by feather removal. After evisceration, parts are cleaned, inspected, and individually packaged. Simultaneously, chickens are washed, chilled for freshness for at least 3 hours, sorted, and individually packed. After undergoing processing at food factories, chicken is stored in cold storage prior to being prepared into crispy fried chicken. The preparation begins with cleaning and portioning the chicken meat by workers. KFC employs a proprietary blend of 11 herbs and spices for marinating the chicken, each ingredient rigorously tested and stored under optimal conditions. This blend is combined with KFC's chicken fried powder, consisting of flour, starch, salt, pepper, and other spices, which is thoroughly mixed and refrigerated. Once all ingredients are ready, the chicken is marinated in KFC's secret spice mixture for optimal flavor infusion. The marinated chicken is then coated in seasoned flour to achieve a thick, crispy crust. In the food factories, workers either manually coat the chicken or use automated machines. Concurrently, industrial frying oil pans are prepared. KFC maintains precise frying temperatures between 165 °C to 180 °C to ensure the chicken fries evenly to a golden crisp while retaining its juiciness. Each piece is fried for approximately 7 to 15 minutes, depending on size, until reaching an internal temperature of 74 °C. Throughout the process, KFC adheres to stringent quality inspections to guarantee that every batch of fried chicken meets their exacting standards of safety and taste. We heard that if you like the video, you can taste the taste of the final chicken pieces better. To provide high-quality crispy chicken pieces to the market, food factories pay great attention to the origin of ingredients. Many food factories choose to build their own standard chicken farms to provide raw materials for processing factories. This has contributed to the U.S. broiler industry becoming a large and important business, providing chicken meat for both domestic and export markets. According to the July 2024 Poultry Production Forecast Report, it is expected that there will be about 9.12 billion chickens raised in the United States by 2024. Of these, Georgia is the largest chicken-producing state in the United States with more than 4 billion chickens each year. Also, along with the topic of chicken farms in America, we received feedback from some viewers about the largest number of chickens in Texas in the United States. What do you think about this idea? If you know, please leave us your prediction in the comments section of this video. The chicken industry in the United States includes many different types of farms, from small family-owned farms to large-scale livestock farms. In addition, farmers and ranchers also choose to combine free-range and captive chicken farming to improve meat and egg productivity. How will the eggs at the farm be treated? Join the Trending Farm and watch the next minute of the video to find the answer. To best handle chicken eggs, American farmers will first harvest the eggs. The process begins with collecting eggs from the chicken coop, where the chickens are raised in a safe and hygienic environment in the early mornings. After collection, eggs are transported to processing facilities with modern equipment for cleaning, quality testing, and packaging. The egg harvesting process is complete, which is also the time when American farmers process fresh chicken eggs in the food factory before incubating them. Eggs are washed with warm water and disinfectant solution to remove dirt, bacteria, and pathogens on the eggshell. Workers in food factories use different disinfection methods, such as misting, dipping, or bathing eggs in solution. Eggs are graded according to size, weight, and quality. Then, they are put through egg screening systems to check the ratio before hatching into chicks. During processing, eggs are stored at low temperatures below 4°C to ensure quality and food safety. According to statistics from the United States Department of Agriculture (USDA), in 2022, about 220 billion chicken eggs will be processed at food factories in the United States, and half of them will be put into industrial incubators at factories. The process of industrial chicken egg incubation is carried out using modern automatic incubation systems to ensure optimal incubation conditions. These systems regulate temperature, humidity, and ventilation automatically to create the ideal environment for chicken egg growth. Incubation lasts from 21 to 28 days, depending on the type of bird. When the eggs hatch, the chicks are transferred to the next nurturing environment to develop into adult chickens. After hatching, chicks are carefully cared for in a warm, clean environment. Farm staff monitor them to ensure ideal temperature and humidity conditions. The chicks are given protein supplements and clean water, and each bird's health and development are checked to ensure they grow healthy. The chicks are then raised for about 100 to 120 days until they reach a weight of about 4 to 5 pounds. And they will continue on their journey to becoming ingredients for food factories that process fried chicken. Thank you for accompanying Trending Farm on a tour of our farm and fried chicken factory. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss our new videos. Taiwan's turkey farming has grown rapidly due to rising domestic demand and export potential, despite its relatively recent development compared to other countries. The industry relies on imported breeds like the broad-breasted white and bronze turkeys from the US and Canada, which are prized for their growth rates and meat yield. Taiwan's tropical climate and varied terrain support turkey farming, but selecting suitable locations is key for flock health. Food factories play a crucial role in processing turkey meat to meet market standards. Challenges include managing diseases, fluctuating feed prices, and competition from consistently priced imported products. Government support through financial aid and technological training helps enhance productivity and quality within food factories. With increasing demand, especially during holidays, modern technologies will be crucial for the industry's continued growth. The breeding and incubation process of turkeys involves several critical stages to ensure successful reproduction. Turkeys reach reproductive age at 8 to 10 months but are ideally mated at 1 year to ensure high-quality eggs. During mating, males perform courtship displays, and hens lay larger eggs with thick shells, ranging from white to light yellow. Hens incubate their eggs for about 28 days, rarely leaving the nest. After this period, hatching occurs, typically within a few hours. Key factors include breed selection, nutrition, environmental conditions, and overall health. Farmers must choose between natural incubation, which offers higher hatching rates and healthier chicks, but is labor-intensive, and industrial methods, which can be more controlled but costly. Caring for newly hatched turkeys is essential for their survival and growth. Start by preparing a clean, dry barn with a stable temperature of 35 to 37 °C during the first week, gradually decreasing by 2 to 3 degrees weekly. Provide continuous light initially, then reduce gradually, and ensure proper ventilation while avoiding drafts. Feed chicks with specialized starter feed from a food factory, rich in protein and nutrients, and always offer clean water. Maintain daily barn hygiene, adhere to vaccination schedules, and observe for signs of illness. Minimize stress and consider beak trimming and vitamin supplementation. For more detailed guidance, check out our comprehensive resources on turkey farming. How do you currently manage your turkey care? Explore more tips with Trending Farm to optimize your practices. Proper nutrition is crucial for successful turkey farming, impacting growth, health, and meat quality. Turkeys require specific feeds at different stages. Chicks need high-protein, vitamin-rich feed for rapid growth. Broilers need energy-dense feed for weight gain, and breeding turkeys require a balanced diet with added calcium for egg production. Interested in how industrial feeds from a food factory can streamline your feeding process? Key nutrients include protein for muscle development, energy for metabolic functions, fat for vitamin absorption, and essential vitamins and minerals. Explore whether self-mixed feeds or supplements like vegetables and fruits could enhance your flock's health. Ensure your turkeys have clean water and regularly clean feeders and waterers to avoid contamination. For expert advice on optimizing turkey nutrition and feed, check out the latest innovations from a food factory and see how Trending Farm can assist you. Wondering when turkeys are harvested? I'm guessing they're shipped to the food plant when they're 10 to 12 pounds. What do you think? Comment a number below the video. Turkey harvesting and processing process at the food plant is meticulously designed to ensure quality and safety. At the food plant, turkeys are first transported from farms and inspected for health and weight. The food plant then uses electricity to stun them before removing the feathers in hot water, followed by a feather removal machine. After processing, the turkeys are thoroughly cleaned and inspected manually and by machine to ensure they meet hygiene standards. The final steps at the food plant include cutting, packaging, and cooling or freezing to maintain freshness. Throughout the process, the food plant adheres to strict standards to ensure a high-quality product for consumers. The turkey meat market in Taiwan has evolved significantly with a focus on local production and culinary traditions. In recent years, Taiwan's turkey meat production has reached approximately 5,000 tons annually, driven by increasing demand for healthier meat options. The island's food factories play a crucial role in processing this meat, ensuring that it meets strict quality standards. Unlike the traditional roasting method, Taiwanese food factories often prefer boiling or steaming turkey meat to retain its natural juices, which is then distributed to restaurants and retailers. Chiayi, a key region for turkey meat production, accounts for nearly 40% of Taiwan's total output. Here, food factories are integral in transforming raw turkey meat into the popular Chiayi turkey rice, a dish enjoyed by locals and tourists alike. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share the video to learn more new knowledge about the agricultural and food processing industry around the world with Trending Farm. All of our videos are aimed at providing you with an objective and comprehensive perspective on the livestock and processing industry. The KitKat we know today has roots that stretch back to the 1930s. It all began in England with Rowntree's, a confectionery company that launched a chocolate bar in 1935 called Rowntree's Chocolate Crisp, which would eventually evolve into the KitKat we love. In 1937, it was rebranded as KitKat Chocolate Crisp, and after World War II, the name was shortened to KitKat to reflect the post-war trend of simplifying things. The iconic slogan, "Have a break, have a KitKat," was introduced in 1958, solidifying its status as the go-to snack for a quick break. During World War II, ingredient shortages led to a recipe change, and the packaging shifted from red to blue. Over the years, KitKat has grown into a global sensation, with a vast array of flavors and variations introduced to keep fans excited. As you know, the main ingredient in KitKat is cocoa, which comes from a special fruit grown in West Africa. Let's take a look at how the food factory makes KitKat, starting with the harvesting of cocoa pods from farms. Since 2020, Nestle has started using Rainforest Alliance certified cocoa for KitKat products in some markets. The harvesting process requires careful attention and advanced technology to ensure the cocoa beans are of the highest quality. Farmers pick the ripe cocoa pods, which are usually bright yellow or red, by carefully inspecting each tree and fruit. When the pods are ripe, they are softer, slightly soft to the touch, and have a distinctive aroma. To harvest, farmers use specialized knives or scissors to cut the stem of the pods, making sure not to damage the tree or other pods. Once cut, the cocoa pods are collected in special baskets or bins to avoid crushing. Immediately after harvesting, cocoa beans need to be pre-processed to prevent the natural fermentation process from occurring. They need to be stored in a cool place, away from direct sunlight, to maintain their quality. Farmers peel off the shell to get the cocoa beans inside. Then they are fermented in wooden barrels or baskets for a certain period of time. The fermentation process will help develop the characteristic flavor of the cocoa beans. After fermentation, the cocoa beans will be dried again to reduce moisture and prepare for roasting. Next, the outer silk shell of the cocoa beans is peeled off to get the kernel inside. The cocoa beans are ground into a fine powder called cocoa liquor. How does this powder become delicious KitKat bars on the market? Join Trending Farm in the next part of the Food Factory. Cocoa liquor is pressed to separate cocoa butter and cocoa powder. These ingredients are combined with sugar and other ingredients such as milk powder, vanilla in certain proportions to form a chocolate mixture. The mixture is heated to a certain temperature to blend the ingredients together. Then they are continuously stirred for a long time, up to several days, in special conching machines. This process helps to remove moisture, carbon dioxide, and other impurities, and makes the chocolate smoother. You think that's the outer shell of KitKat? No, this chocolate mixture is cooled and reheated many times to create stable cocoa crystals. These crystals will determine the texture of the final chocolate bar. Along with its sweet, creamy chocolate coating, KitKat also has a crunchy wafer filling that gives it its signature taste. So how are these wafers made? First, let's talk about the main ingredients: flour, sugar, butter, eggs, salt, and baking powder. These are mixed together in just the right amounts to form a smooth batter. The flour is beaten to create air bubbles, which makes the wafers light and airy. This batter is then poured into molds, usually shaped like long rectangles. The thickness of the batter is carefully controlled to create thin, crispy wafers. They're baked in electric ovens at high temperatures for a short time, ensuring they come out perfectly cooked and crispy. After baking, the wafers are removed from the molds and cut into equal-sized pieces. These wafer layers are then separated and get ready for the next step, being coated in chocolate. Coating the wafers with chocolate is a crucial step in creating the iconic KitKat bars we love. To ensure that the chocolate coating is even, shiny, and adheres well to the wafers, manufacturers use a careful process. The wafers are arranged evenly on a conveyor belt or tray in a straight line. The even arrangement ensures that all the wafers are coated with an equal amount of chocolate. The melted chocolate is then sprayed evenly onto the wafers through special nozzles. The amount of chocolate sprayed is adjusted to create an even, thin coating that is not too thick. After being coated with chocolate, the wafers are passed through a cooling tunnel to harden the chocolate. The rapid cooling process creates a shiny, crispy chocolate shell. Have you seen the familiar KitKat bars? Stay tuned for the next part to see how the final products are baked. After going through a complex production process in the food factory, the KitKat bars will be transferred to the packaging line to prepare for consumers. The KitKat bars will be carefully checked for shape, size, color, and gloss of the chocolate layer. Each KitKat bar will be weighed to ensure the correct weight as prescribed. Sensors will check the quality of the chocolate, the crispness of the wafer, and ensure there are no impurities. Each KitKat bar will be wrapped in a thin film to protect and keep the chocolate fresh. A certain number of wrapped KitKat bars will be placed in a smaller package, usually a paper bag or plastic bag. The small KitKat packages will be placed in cardboard boxes of different sizes depending on the quantity of products. They will be closed and sealed to ensure that the product inside is not affected. Cartons containing KitKat will be packed into larger cartons for easy transportation out of the food factory. Product information such as product name, ingredients, manufacturing date, expiry date, nutritional information will be printed on the packaging. Labels will be affixed to the cartons for easy sorting and management of goods. Pallets of goods will be loaded onto trucks and transported from the food factory to distribution warehouses or directly to stores. KitKat is not only one of the most famous but also one of the most beloved chocolate brands in the world. Since KitKat products are available in most countries, consumers can easily access them no matter where they are. For instance, Japan is known as one of the markets with the highest KitKat consumption globally, with hundreds of different flavors launched each year. Additionally, during holidays, birthdays, or special events, the demand for KitKat often increases. Moreover, KitKat's advertising and promotion campaigns significantly influence its consumption. Through creative and flexible marketing strategies, KitKat has managed to stay top of mind with consumers. Furthermore, the brand is constantly innovating by introducing many different flavors and shapes, thereby meeting the needs of various customer groups. Before the video ends, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to discover more food factory videos on our channel.
The process of harvesting and processing peanuts is vital for producing high-quality peanut butter. Harvesting occurs when the leaves fall, the beans harden, and the shell turns yellow. Peanuts are then pulled up, separated, and dried for 3 to 4 days. Popular peanut varieties used in peanut butter production include runner peanuts, known for their high oil content and flavor, and Virginia peanuts, valued for their large, oval shape. After drying, peanuts are cleaned using modern machinery like separators and screening machines, ensuring they meet quality standards such as proper moisture levels and low impurity content. The roasting and grinding steps are crucial for developing the flavor and texture of the butter. Peanuts must be stored under controlled conditions to prevent mold and pest contamination. Ensuring food hygiene and safety through factory cleanliness, tool disinfection, and regular quality checks is essential to producing safe, delicious peanut butter. Once the peanuts have been properly processed, they move on to the food factory where they are transformed into peanut butter. First, the peanuts are roasted in the food factory to develop their flavor, then cooled and blanched to remove skins. During grinding, the peanuts are mixed with salt, sugar, and stabilizers, and the paste is homogenized for consistency. The food factory must adhere to quality standards set by food management agencies and international organizations. This includes ensuring the peanut butter is free from toxic substances like aflatoxin and heavy metals, and does not contain pathogenic microorganisms such as Salmonella or E. coli. Sensory qualities are also crucial, with the peanut butter needing to have a characteristic aroma, appropriate color, and a smooth, uniform texture. Additionally, moisture levels, fat and protein content must meet specific requirements to avoid spoilage and ensure nutritional value. Other standards involve checking the sugar and salt content, the size of any grains, and ensuring packaging is airtight and hygienic. Compliance with these regulations is essential for food safety and quality assurance. Once the peanut butter is made, it goes through essential steps of packaging, quality control, and transportation to ensure its quality in a food factory. First, the peanut butter is transferred to the food factory's packaging line, where it is carefully filled into jars or containers. Each container is sealed tightly to keep the product fresh and prevent contamination. Throughout this process, the food factory conducts rigorous quality control checks, including visual inspections, lab tests for safety, and verification of packaging integrity. After packaging, the peanut butter is labeled with expiration dates and batch numbers before being moved to the food factory's temperature-controlled warehouse. Here, it is stored in optimal conditions until it is ready for shipment. During transportation, the peanut butter is handled carefully and transported in conditions that preserve its quality until it reaches retailers. Peanut butter has a rich history, starting with the Inca who ground peanuts centuries before it became popular in North America. In 1895, American Dr. John Harvey Kellogg reintroduced it as a healthy alternative to meat. He developed a food compound by boiling and grinding nuts, including peanuts, for patients at the Battle Creek Sanitarium. This innovation, along with the influence of his elite clientele, helped peanut butter gain popularity. Joseph Lambert advanced its production by inventing machinery for large-scale peanut grinding, while Joseph Rosefield revolutionized it in 1921 by introducing partial hydrogenation, making peanut butter more shelf-stable. Rosefield's Skippy brand, launched in the 1930s, further popularized peanut butter in America. By 2020, nearly 90% of American households consume peanut butter, cementing its status as a beloved staple in American culture. In 2020, the global peanut butter market was valued at $3.1 billion. The The United States, being the largest consumer, accounted for over 751 million pounds of peanut butter annually. Notably, peanut butter comprises approximately 78% of total peanut consumption in the US, with the average American consuming about 7 pounds of peanuts and peanuts products each year. Over the past 5 years, sales of natural peanut butter have surged by 65%, reflecting a growing preference for clean label products. This trend is further supported by the fact that more than 90% of US households consume peanut butter, with 60% preferring crunchy and 40% favoring smooth varieties. The peanut butter segment leads the nut butter market, holding over 50% of the market share. The industry is not only thriving domestically but is also expected to grow globally, with a projected compound annual growth rate (CAGR) of 6.2% from 2021 to 2028. The organic peanut butter segment in particular is experiencing significant growth, with an anticipated CAGR of 8.3% from 2021 to 2026. In the US, where the peanut butter industry employs over 6,000 workers, the average price of a pound was $2.37 in 2020. Furthermore, nearly 60% of consumers consider nutritional value a key factor in their purchasing decisions. Meanwhile, the Asia-Pacific region is expected to see the fastest growth in the peanut butter market due to rising health consciousness. By taking a closer look at the process inside a peanut butter factory, have you been able to appreciate the meticulous work that goes into making each jar of peanut butter? Don't miss out on more interesting content related to agriculture and food factories on Trending Farm. And don't forget to stay tuned for the next part of the video for even more details.
Hello, ever wonder how 600 million turkeys, yep, nearly as many people as in North America, hit your plate every year? Or that Americans gobble up 45 million of them just during Thanksgiving? That's a turkey takeover. In the US, the turkey capital of the world, this bird isn't just a holiday star, it's a lean, mean protein machine, packing more punch than chicken and less fat than beef. But here's the wild part. part, modern turkeys can't even flirt naturally. Their oversized breasts make mating impossible, so farmers use high-tech matchmaking to keep the flock growing. Ready to dive into the crazy world of turkey farming? What's the weirdest thing you've heard about your holiday roast? Meet Sarah, a third-generation turkey farmer in Minnesota who says every chick she raises is a step toward feeding families. Let's follow her flock from farm to feast. How does one bird become a holiday legend? What does it take to raise millions of turkeys for a hungry nation? It all starts on sprawling farms where thousands of eggs roll onto conveyor belts, collected daily to stay crack-free. In high-tech hatcheries, these eggs chill in incubators at a cozy 37 to 38 DGC, with trays gently spinning to cradle tiny embryos. After 28 days, you hear soft peeps as chicks burst from their shells like little superheroes breaking free. Mind blown yet? But not every chick gets the VIP treatment. Workers sort them by gender, with females stealing the spotlight for meat and eggs. Smaller males? They're turned into protein paste, a tough but real